a woman likes or says she likes is not what she responds to emotionally or sexually. This is
And the video is basically Ross Jeffries,
Uh-huh.
who was one of the original pickup artists.
Uh-huh.
And that's the main gist of the video. That's a phrase that he says, because it's a foundational phrase.
Right.
And Rollo repeated it. But it's one of those things that goes way back, like the 80s. That's a late 80s.
Yeah, this is definitely
video.
like an old school talk show.
You almost never saw anything like that on mainstream TV.
Do you want to watch the video, or does that not?
I don't think it's not going to enhance it.
Okay.
But again, what women say they want and what they actually respond to are two different things. That's why, other than anomalies and exceptions to the rule like Bunny, she proves the rule. The fact that she can do this stuff, and I haven't met anybody else that can, shows that most girls cannot tell you what they're attracted to.
Right.
Generally, what they're describing, when they can describe it, they're describing a man that they're already attracted to.
Yeah, 1,000%.
And are looking for signs of accessibility and attainability.
Right.
That's what they're looking for. Girls cannot help you become attractive.
Yeah.
Because they don't see these guys. They're completely invisible.
Yeah.
Betas, as they're moving through, there's like one or two men that women may actually key off of. That's like when girls always go, yeah, no one ever asks me out. They're being asked out constantly.
Right.
Guys are talking to them all the time, but no one interesting or no one that causes them to become excited.
Or I get asked out, but only by losers.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
but any of these girls that are not like deformed or grossly overweight, someone's asking them out and they're having contact with men every day, but it doesn't register as such because it's not somebody they're attracted to. Therefore, it's not a human being.
And that's true whether they're single or in a relationship.
Right. And that's the real deal.
I mean, Fort Worth will laugh about that because, we talk about this all the time. Girls are constantly being touched.
Yes.
Inadvertently. Girls are constantly being talked to. Girls are constantly being hit on. And it's almost to a ridiculous extent how frequent and how standard issue that is. And like you say, it's anything from a 3 up. I'm not even kidding. There are 600-pound women who have boyfriends who have to wipe their ass because they can't reach around. They have a boyfriend.
She's got a boyfriend. There are homeless women with a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. Someone's hitting on, and it doesn't mean that they have to respond or but you see it consistently, and players will point out that these girls that jump onto social media lamenting there's no men, and let's say they're 30 years old, players will ask, how many guys has she passed?
Right.
How many guys is she kind of I can wait, I want somebody better. And bad things, and people do have bad luck. A girl can go through 1 or 2 bad long-term relationships that go south and the guy wanders off.
Yeah.
And then she's 30 with no prospects.
Right.
It happens, but they tend to self-recognize that.
Yeah.
And then they're looking for the third relationship that will be the money shot.
Yeah. Exactly.
But this is
what women say and what they actually respond to are very different things.
Completely. So it doesn't help to ask your sister, random women,
what do you guys want?
What should I do? Because they don't know.
Yeah.
They know what works when they're already attracted to a man.
Exactly.
And now they're looking for signs of attainment, and that he's not going to beat them. Those are the two things, that he's accessible and not violent or harmful.
Well, and Stan brings up a really good point because, and this, you've done this one before too. He says the neck grabbing, they love that. I think that this is an important point. It shows sexual attraction, whether you're already kind of in that kind of scenario or not. I can think of a time in the gym where a man came up and grabbed my neck, not roughly, but he put his hand there. We were relationship. Like, this was in his gym. And it was incredibly uncomfortable and immediately startled me because I knew it wasn't you. And we've talked about this scenario before, but because that is a very personal, that's an intimate place to touch. You know, on the other side, like what Stan is saying also, you know, there have been times when the girl that you're out with has thought that you're kind of friend zone. You grab her by the neck and you kiss her. There's no confusion there.
Right. You want to make sure that there's no.
Yeah.
That's why I always say go in for a kiss close on the first date, so there's no miscommunication of what your intentions are.
It's a show of masculine strength. It's a show of intentions. It's a show of you're not fucking around. This is what you're here for. If that's not what you're here for, then
yeah, we're in the wrong place.
Yeah, if you want to be buddies, that's not me.
Yeah, we're not. I got enough friends.
So it's a good way to don't eat paint. It's a good way to say it. But this is, you know, women are attracted to those shows of masculine power.
But they would not tell you that. And
No.
Twitter is not a good place as far as like reading like tweets from women. They are very misleading.
Except mine.
You see all kinds, exactly. You see the vast majority, and I mean like 90% of tweets are either they're looking to pump their own ego to mog on other women.
Right.
It's kind of like when you see the Facebook post where the girl's like, the next married man who DMs me, I'm telling your wife. Well, no one cares about this girl.
Yeah.
No married men are bothering her. It's simply to say, hey, I'm single. That's one. And two, I'm attractive enough that other men would ignore their wives for me.
Right.
Even though I don't have a husband.
Yeah.
So it's a means of pumping their social status.
It's true.
Anytime you see that, that's what that is about more than anything else. Hey, I'm single. Hey, I'm desirable. And other men with other women want me.
Yeah. It's true. 1,000%.
It's a triple.
You see it all the time. Once you know that, you will see it a lot on things like Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see it on Twitter too.
And Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't see it on Twitter, but I believe it exists.
Yes.
Because it's still a social media platform.
Woo! Yeah.
All right, you handsome devil.